Hello, my name is Kelly Bluen. I am a certified Zentangle teacher. Welcome to day 14, the very last day of my Share the Love challenge. This is the second year in a row that I have done heart tangles in February, and they're so much fun, and I already am looking forward to next year and all of the beautiful heart tangles that we still have to learn. So this year we've had 13 days of tangles, and you can see all of the beautiful hearts that we've made and all the heart patterns. I love them so much. And then I just thought I'd show you a little bit of the kit. So for those of you that purchased a kit, we had the carbon paper and the letter tracers. You can just throw those away unless you want to keep them for something else. And then you should have your twine, some beads, and some clips. We will use those at the end of the video to make our garland. And then you got a little package with your bird and a wooden heart. So when I first started doing kits a couple of years ago, I had about 25 to 30 people that I would make kits for. And so I would hand draw and hand paint a bird every single time. Then it turned into a couple hundred of you buying my kits, and now I just can't make that many. So now what I do is I make about 9 versions, 9 different ones. I hand draw them, I hand paint them with watercolor, and then I do a professional copy. So anyone who orders a kit always gets one of these little bird cards. And then I do number them and hand sign every single one on the back. And typically in a kit, I would draw 1 or 2 numbers and have winners that could win a fun prize. This year, I didn't do that for the February challenge. It was a less expensive kit, and then I also made too many of them. And so I ended up, like, the numbers all get mixed up, and I have about, I don't know, maybe 50 or 60 left over, and I don't know what the numbers are. So I'm not going to draw a winner this time, but typically I do. So I apologize so much for not having a winner this month, but during the next challenge I will. Okay, anyway, little numbered thank you card for all of you. And then I like little tokens and things, and so this is just, it's called a little hug. It's a little pocket hug, and I love the smoothness of it, kind of like a worry stone. So throw this in your pocket, in your purse, leave it on your desk, pass it along to somebody else, but I thought these were super cute. Okay, and then here we go. We've got our tiles, not our tiles, our hearts, but you know what I'm talking about. All right, yours might look a little bit different than mine. Yours might be more full on some of them or less full on others. It's okay. We're going to go one by one and kind of finish each one. All right. So I've been using this heart here to list out the different tangles that we're doing and the artists that created them. Today, for day 14, we're just going to add some embellishments. So we're going to be doing, where did my pen go? We're going to be doing some auras, and I'm going to write that on here because auras always add a lot to a tangle. So auras, we're also going to be doing just some tipple. This is called tipple, which is adding in some circles. And then of course we can add hearts in that same manner, but hearts instead of circles. That would be super cute. And then I listed a few down here. They are full tangles, but we're kind of doing a little part of each one to make them more of like an embellishment versus a whole tangle. So I'm going to bring this up close and zoom in a little bit. Okay, so we're going to be doing dicentra. Dicentra is a full pattern with a whole bunch of these hearts in a line. It's really beautiful. I recommend you looking it up. But we're just going to take this little part of it, which is a heart with a little dark heart in the middle. So that is dicentra. This one is labelle, and labelle has these little, like a wavy line with these little curls coming off it in hearts. So we're just going to do a little portion of it and add that in a few places. Hearts for G, is kind of mushing a whole bunch of little hearts in all different directions and adding these little embellishments to the side. And then hearts and flowers. And this again is a larger tangle, but we're just going to do this little portion of it. Okay, so those are some of the things we're going to add. You also can go back, and if you have any large areas, you can fill it in with anything we have already made. Okay? All right, so hopefully you got a little peek at that, or wrote them down, or took a screenshot, but just some really fun heart things. Okay, let's do our letters first. Let's start with the letter L. Okay, my letter L is really full. I'm not really sure how that happened, but I don't think I need to add anything to it. So I'm just going to leave my L as is. If yours is not full, then look at the elements we've already added and see if you can add some more. So even just putting in these little fescue shapes just really extended this out without having to fill it in with a solid tangle. Okay, you can always put in these little hearts with the loop in the middle. You can put in more of the haka, put in some orbs. Okay, I'm going to show you another letter L. This is one that I made for a YouTube promo video. And then I just took my gold pen from the Christmas pack. So it was just this little gold Sharpie type pen. And I just colored it in. And I did not include a gold or a color in the kit this year. I wanted to keep it at a low price. But what a fun way to add a little bit to these hearts. So if you have a gold pen or some paint, or you have just a colored pen or a colored marker, it'd be cool to kind of fill these in. Of course, you don't have to, but you could. You could also take maybe a thinner pen and you could add just some designs or texture. So like on this one, if you wanted to, you could add more inside. I kind of liked the boldness of leaving this empty, but it's yours. So make it however you want to make it. Okay, so there's the L, and you can see like this one's a lot more full than this example. I kind of left a lot more space and a lot more open. So whatever you like, there's no right or wrong way. All right, let's go to O. Where did I put the O? Here's the O. All right, my O does need a little bit of filler. Oh, I just love it. I love how this is in the background, kind of filling it in. It looks so great. All right, I just want to put a little bit more over here. And I could do some fescue, but this is really thick and bold over here. So I don't want to just put something, you know, kind of thin and not taking up a lot of room. I kind of want it to be bold over here as well. So I'm going to go to this list of embellishments, and I'm going to do some of those. So grab my Sharpie here. Okay, I think the rest of my heart looks good, so really just that upper left-hand corner. Okay, I think I'm going to start with this hearts and flowers shape. So that is starting with a heart, so I can put it anywhere. Maybe I'll do it right here. And I'm always trying to think a little bit big because I do want to fill in this space. I don't need to be tiny. I've got a thick marker, a big area. It's okay to draw a little bit big for these. Okay, then it has these little leaf shapes in here. Oh, I think the heart goes all the way down. Divide it in half. And then really light on the tip, put in couple of little leaves. Then on top, it's got a dark area and then a little aura. And that's it. What a cute little heart shape. going to do another one right here. The heart, the line down the middle, a little leaf pattern if I can fit one in there with my thick pen, my thick marker. A little bit on top and an aura on top. That one got a little more squished than this one, but it still works. Okay, I'm going to do this one next. It's the portion or a part of Dicentra, and I like the boldness of the heart in the middle, so I'm going to do some of those. So let's see. I'm going to do something else first. I'm going to show you how I can just add an aura to this part here, and it will just take up some space and also separate it a little bit. So look, I can just go like this. See how pretty that is? Just doing an aura around anything adds so much. All right, I've got kind of a little narrow area here, so I'm going to leave that kind of open a little bit just so I can fit my heart in here. And then we're just putting another heart in there, and I do think it attaches to the top. That's kind of cute. This little space in here, I'm just going to ink in. All right, I've got a little bit more room, so let's do another one of those. I'm going to tip it and make it go a different way. I like that. And I'll ink in this part. All right, mine is pretty full now. So around these edges, I put in some spirals and some little fescue and some dots. So I'm going to just sort of fill in the rest of this with that. If you still have more room, throw in a few more of these. Put in an orb, like look, I could just throw in an orb right there. Look how cute that is. And I could even ink in the area in between. I could do an orb up here if I want. Just super easy to add a couple little elements. And then I'm going to do a couple little spirals and some dots. And I think my letter O is done. So cute. Okay, so I'm just noticing, just because I don't know, I just notice these kind of things, but like right here I have like an opening and everything else is really thick and like stuck together. So if you've got a funny little spot, you can just throw in a circle, you can fill it in with a little bit of ink, you can thicken it, darken it, aura it. But even just adding that little bit kind of made that a little bit thicker. So don't be afraid to just sort of play. If you have a spot that needs something, add an aura around it. Okay, my O is done. Let's get the letter V. Here's my V. I love the V because I feel like it's got a lot of white, like a lot of nice white spaces in some of these patterns. It's a little bit more wispy and whimsical. I love it. Okay, let's see. I've got a space down here and kind of up in here I want to play with. So let's do this hearts for G. And all that is, I'm going to squeeze a little heart in here. And then it has these little tiny lines, which are hard to do with a thick marker, but it's okay. Just pop them in there. And you're just sort of squishing these hearts together. Then I'm going to ink in the space that's left over or in between them. I've got room for one more right here. And I can ink in that space, or I could leave it white if I want. That looks good. All right, I've got some space right here that I want to fill in. So I could put an orb or a circle in there, but maybe I'll try to put in one of these little portions of labelle. I like that it's got the little spiral and the heart coming off of it. So I'm going to do a spiral like this, and then I'm going to put a heart in here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do. Just add hearts, add little lines. And it's meant to have a dot on the top. I don't really have room for that, so I'm just going to aura mine. That looks good, right? Maybe I'll add a dot here to fill in some space. Now, if you have any little portions that you feel like are too white, like this little spot right here, or these hearts here, you can always add in, like I'm going to do it to this big one here. You can always add in like a little swish and a couple of dots. And look at how pretty that is. I could do it here. So if you ever have a spot. Now this one, I'm just going to show you what happens if I aura it. I just feel like it's kind of sticking out there, not doing much. Just added a line. That's it. Looks amazing. These I could aura. That looks really cool. I've got some space down here, so I'm going to put in an orb or a circle. I'm going to aura that. Look at how that just filled in that little spot. Okay, so as much as I love this, and I really love this one up here, what one was that one called? Oh, I don't remember. But it's got a lot of just sort of space up here where these are all really kind of crowded. So I think I'm going to add some more things up here just to sort of bring that in a little bit, if that makes sense. So how do I do that when these little lines are so beautiful and meant to be part of that tangle? I don't really want to lose them, but I do feel like it needs something. So what if... I think I'm going to aura each of these little heart shapes first and see how that looks. So I'm going to aura, aura, aura. Okay, that looks amazing. And then I think I'll just nestle in a couple of little circles here. I like that, and I think I'll aura those as well. I've got room here to just throw in a little heart. And maybe I'll aura that. I'm gonna aura these just because I feel like I need to fill in a little bit of space. How's that looking? What do you guys think? I want something up here. This feels very kind of bold to me, and it doesn't have these little wispy fescue type things or dots. So I'm going to throw in some fescue. And some dots, and maybe some dots over here, maybe another little spiral. We're just kind of going around filling things in. All right, I really feel like my letter V is done. How is yours feeling? Got a little bit of space up here if I wanted to add something. I've got a little bold dot there, but what if I just put a heart around it and turned it into a little dark heart in the middle? And then I could ink in these outer spaces. I could add a little bit of an aura. Could put a little circle there. Could put one here. Okay, I think it looks great. I'm just going to leave it. Okay, letter E. Here's our letter E. I keep saying the word love, which is just so fun this month, but I really love these. It's so cool to see how we can put everything around a letter, and it's almost like this letter is sitting on top of this beautiful garden of heart tangles. Okay, so this one is pretty full, but it needs a little bit. Over here, I feel like it just kind of, it all fits really well, but it doesn't have any like whimsical things coming out or any auras. So I want to add a little bit of personality to this side. So I'm just going to start by aura-ing a couple of things. I'm going to aura that. I'm going to aura this leaf. I'm going to aura some of these. There's no rules. I'm going to add some spirals and dots. Look at how pretty that looks now. All right, up here I tucked in some hearts and orbs. I love that. So I think I need to do some over here as well, maybe just a little bit. Maybe a heart resting over here. Okay, I'm gonna work down on this side. I really like this. I love that vine that we made, so pretty. But then it just sort of ends and there's nothing over here. So let's pick something. Let's do the label. So label, we do a little spiral and then we put in a heart and a dot on top. So cute. Even put some little lines in the bottom if you want. Very cute. What else can we do over here? Maybe this hearts and flowers one. So we can do a heart, the little bump and the aura. I really don't have room for those leaves, so I'm just gonna put a tiny little heart in there because that's what works. And maybe I'll put some little leaves coming out the sides. Just to make it look cute, give it some personality. I'm gonna add a dark dot there, dark dot down here. In this heart, I could add a line and some dots to embellish it a bit. Add an orb, add a dot. Over here, I need a little bit of something, so going to just put in a spiral and a dot. So up here looks really empty to me. So what can I do up here to sort of bring this together? What if I aura this line that comes out? I'm gonna try it. You can watch me first before you do it. I'm gonna come out here. Okay, that filled it in a bit, and then I could even ink in an area that was left. Now I'm messing it up because I keep adding more ink. And then I can add some more orbs or a little heart. Add a swirl. That looks good. That looks so much more full to me now. And then over here, I think I'm just gonna add some dots to sort of fill that in. Okay, what do you think of that? I hope you are enjoying this, and I hope that this little embellishing day is making sense to you. I kind of got lucky because I do this all the time, but I kind of got lucky with how my things just sort of filled out. But again, if yours are not, if you've got big spaces, just fill in with circles, with hearts, with dots, with lines, whatever you want. Okay, I'm gonna go to the two end hearts now. Here's my two end hearts. They're so lovely. I'm gonna do this one first because it's completely finished, right? We have the whole center done. I just love it so much. Okay, now I'm just gonna add something to the outer edge to make it look kind of lacy. So I'm going to do bumps all the way around. If you don't like this look, do not do it. I'm doing mine kind of big, like the width of my fingernail. If I do them too tiny, it's going to take me an hour to get it done. And I just want to make it look good, but not spend a lot of time. Not everyone enjoys making bumps, but for me, I just kind of get in this muscle memory rhythm of just that up and down, up and down. And I really like it. And then inside each one, I'm going to put a black dot right on the line. If you'd rather do like a little bump and color it in, you can, or just an aura or a tiny heart inside there. Do whatever you want. I just think this is nice and simple, but adds a little bit of elegance. And I'm just gonna leave it like that. If you want to do another layer of bumps or add some hearts or some dots on the outside or some little fescue to make it look whimsical, please, please do that. I'm just going to leave mine like that. It would look beautiful with like another aura around that, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna leave it. It's so hard for me to leave it. Okay, on my white heart, I do have some space to fill in. So I could choose one of the tangles we've already used. I could choose a favorite tangle from another heart, or I could just look at my little embellishment list here and fill it in with those, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do this little hearts and flowers, and I want to make it kind of big so I've got room for those little leaves that sneak in there. So I'm going to do it nice and big. See how much room I took up? And then that line goes down. Whatever kind of a leafy pattern you can make inside. Then a bump and an aura. It took up so much of that space already. All right, I'm gonna do the portion of Dicentra, which is a heart with a dark heart in the middle hanging from the top. And then I'm going to aura this hearts and flowers one. And look at how much space that takes up. Then I've got some little areas here that I can darken. If they were large enough, I could add a circle or I could add an aura. And I have this little tiny space left here, so let's throw in some more hearts. Let's do one there, and I guess we'll squeeze one in there. And if I want to add these little side lines, it can be kind of like hearts for G. And I like that because we have the lines down here. And I'm going to throw an aura around them and then ink in what's left. My auras didn't really show up, but it just gave a little bit more light. In these big hearts here, which I can't remember what they were called, I'm going to add some lines and dots just because they're very white and bright, and I want a little bit of texture in those. I'll do the one over here as well. And in this verruca, I'm going to add a dot to the top of each one. I'll leave that one the same, just the way it was, but look at those dots. They add so much texture. Okay, is yours filled up? If not, pause and add a few more things, and then I'm going to do the same border I did on this one. Just going to get that muscle memory going of making these bumps. It adds so much to these hearts. And I'm going to add the little dot in the bottom. There's my 2 end hearts. So fun. All right, go ahead and check all of yours, see what you think. I'm going to zoom out a bit. And put all of mine here. L O V E so many beautiful tangles. I'm so grateful to all of the artists that made the cool heart tangle patterns. So great. Okay, again, I'm gonna leave these empty, but if you wanted to color them in or add any patterns or decorative things, you definitely could. Okay, so then we have this twine and you have some beads. And so what I did, I think in the first video, was just put a knot at the end to keep these beads from falling off. Okay, so I just have 2 on that end, and then I'm going to do the other end. I should probably put the beads on first, right? That would make sense. Okay, so a bead and a bead. Then do my knot. And it's up to you how much space you want left after your knot. Probably gotta do it a couple of times to make sure it doesn't let the beads fall through. Okay. I think that's good. Yeah, that's good. All right, so now my video is going to be too small here, but I'm going to clip the letters on here. Then I'm going to hang it up somewhere and show you what it looks like. I'm so excited. And then stick around for the end of the video. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. Maybe I'll do the sneak peek first before I hang this up. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to give you a sneak peek at my next kit. So I have been so excited about this kit. I've been planning it since last summer. I had this idea that I wanted to do something with birds because I love making my little bird cards. So I have put together a bird kit, and many of you have already ordered it. I did a pre-order this year, and so the bird kit was available for about a week. And now I'm placing the last, I think I made an additional 50 or 60, I don't remember, that'll be for sale. So you can purchase that on www.minsofzen.com, www.minsofzen.com. And I think sometime this weekend, I'm going to have like an unboxing and show you everything that's in the box, in the kit. But I just wanted to show you this cute little folder. I love it so much. So this is what is kind of the theme of the bird kit, is this blue and some gold. And every kit has the paper to create this cute little folder. So what it's going to be, isn't it adorable? It's going to be just this little art folder that has pockets there, a pocket here, a pocket here. And then as we draw things and make things, they're going to be able to just be stored in these little pockets. I just think it's the most lovely little thing. And I love the background paper there. And then we're going to be able to close the whole thing and just make this cute little folder. So that is just a peek at the bird kit. The bird kit is going to have this folder. It's going to have tiles and pens and a pencil sharpener and what else? A cute little bird of happiness and a bookmark and just so many fun things. So if you are interested in purchasing the bird kit, again, go to my website. And the videos will start the beginning of March, I believe March 1st. And I'm going to do about 10 videos that involve birds and combines bird drawings with Zentangle. Look at the back of this folder. It's so pretty. Okay, so join me next month for that. If you do not purchase the kit, you can still follow along every day and draw every single little bird and Zentangle-y bird, and you don't even need to have the kit. Okay, I'm gonna go put this together, hang it up, and I'll be right back. Okay, I wanted to say something quickly before I hang it up, that I'm going to take this twine and I'm going to just fold it in half and find the center. Okay, so I've got this here, find the center. Once I find the center, then on one of these halves, I'm gonna put the first heart and the L and the O. And then after the center, I'm gonna put the V, the E, and the other heart. Okay, that way everything is centered with the middle of the twine. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I've got it hung up. So there is, I just put a piece of tape and then I've got the little beads hanging down, all the pieces. My fire's making some little crackling noises, but there we go. I think it looks amazing, and it'd be fun to even like laminate them so that they're good for, you know, a couple of years, and you can hang them up every year for Valentine's. So I hope you loved that one as much as I did. Thank you. Oh, hi, kitty. Boxes for the next kit. My other kitty's over here. Hi, guys. See, they're admiring my beautiful garland. All right, anyway, I hope that was fun for you. Thank you so much for joining me. Go on my Facebook page called Let's Tangle and share your work, share where you're hanging this up for Valentine's, and we'll see you for the next series in March. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.